we're gonna be doing 10 home updates that are easy, affordable, and they require no power tools. Thank you so much to Lowe's for sponsoring today's video. They have so many amazing affordable products, and I'm going to be linking all of the products that I'm using today through YouTube shopping right on the screen so that you guys have easy access in case you're wanting to recreate any of these DIY projects. First, easy home update that you can do is create an accent wall. So I actually just created this accent wall behind me using these Build and Batten pre-cut trim pieces that require no power tools for installation. I just simply use construction adhesive and put these up on the wall. They come in a wide variety of different sizes. They have some that you can customize where you put the little clip together at the corners and then put them up on the walls. And they also have ones that are the full trim piece already together. Accent walls are really easy to do and they can make a huge impact on your space. It really gives it some character and personality. Another really easy and affordable way to update your home is to update your cabinets. Now, there's a few different ways that you can do this. In our kitchen, we kind of did all three. So we painted our cabinets. We also took off the old hardware and hinges and replaced them with new hardware and hinges. Let me tell you something about these champagne bronze hinges against both the colors we chose for our cabinet. It's so beautiful, and I can't believe that something that simple has made such a huge impact on our kitchen. But that's not the only place where I updated our cabinets. Recently, we did a bathroom makeover. We did get a new vanity. I did like the hardware that it came with, but I felt like they were a little bit too big for the vanity itself, and they weren't necessarily matching the style of the mirror and the faucet that I chose. So all I had to do was just spend a few dollars, order some that would fit, and unscrew the screws and put the new ones on. This is so simple. It took me maybe 5 minutes, if that, and I think that it looks so much better than it did before. The next home update is adding some lighting. You can do this without needing an electrician a few different ways, and I'm gonna show you how I made a huge impact with some simple lighting tricks in my home. First up are these wall sconces that are right behind me. I just recently finished my office project, and I love that these ones in particular have an option to hardwire in, but also a plug-in option. And I chose the plug-in option because I didn't want to hardwire them. All I had to do was mount this bracket to the wall and then screw the rest in, plug it in, and it was that simple. These maybe took me like 15 minutes each to install. I absolutely love how they turned out, and they definitely bring so much light to my office, which desperately needed it because it has no overhead lighting. But my favorite lighting trick that I think I've ever done is something I just recently did, and it's installing these amazing battery-powered little puck lights that you just peel and stick to the bottom of your cabinets, so no wires involved. These changed my kitchen so much. I just spent so much time working on my backsplash, and the first time I turned on these lights with the remote that it came with, I was in absolute awe. It made my backsplash stand out so much better. Not to mention that you can change to different colors, red, green, or blue, and you can also put it on a timer. This was such a dramatic change for my kitchen that now I'm kind of thinking, where else should I put these? Because they are absolutely amazing, really affordable, and took me 2 minutes to put on. Next up is my absolute favorite home improvement, and that is to simply add faux florals or greenery to your space. I was not lucky enough to be blessed with a green thumb. I cannot keep real plants alive, so having faux florals has been the perfect solution for me. It really helps bring a natural element into the space. It helps soften it, and it makes your house feel very cozy. They always look amazing, and you don't have to worry about watering them. I have used some of Lowe's faux florals in my house. My favorite is actually sitting right behind me. This is probably the most realistic fake orchid plant I've ever seen. It's absolutely stunning, and you cannot beat the quality for that price. It is so good. And I also added some of Lowe's greenery and faux florals in my kitchen. Now, it seems really small, but doesn't it make a huge impact? There's not a room in my home that doesn't have some fake plants in it. Another easy and affordable thing you can do to update your home is to swap out your old light switches and outlets. Now, in this house, we had a bunch of older almond colored light switches, and so we have swapped all of those out and all of the outlets out. It's really simple, affordable, and takes only a few minutes. I totally understand that doing things that requires electrical can be really intimidating, but don't worry. In case you don't want to do that, there's also some plate covers and some switch covers that simply go over your existing outdated switches or outlets. Even though I feel comfortable switching out outlets, I still use these all of the time. And let me tell you why. Even if you do switch out an outlet, you can't paint the front of it, but these are paintable. Paint them before you put them on the wall though. And it really helps it blend into an accent wall. I did this for my office, as well as my mom's laundry room, and in my accent wall in our dining room. Well, that is such a small detail. It's something that you really notice, and painting them to match the wall before you put it on makes it feel so much more seamless and thought out. One thing I've done in both houses that we've renovated so far is update our flat panel doors. Now, a lot of houses come with just the flat doors. I wanted something a little bit more intricate, so I grabbed some trim from Lowe's, I cut it with my miter shears, and I used some construction adhesive to go ahead and adhere it to my doors. Now, it would be better if you did this with the doors laying down, but I didn't have room to lay all mine out, so I just held the trim up with painter's tape while the construction adhesive was drying, and it worked great. Then I caulked around the edges and painted everything, and let me tell you, the doors look completely brand new. I also swapped out the hinges as well as the doorknobs, and that's something that you can do even if you're already in love with the actual doors, but maybe the hardware isn't quite your style. And of course, you can always paint your door to give it a pop of color and make it feel more unique to your space. This next one I feel is so underrated, but makes a huge difference in your house, and that is to get some bins, baskets, trays, and boxes, anything that is pretty and decorative but can also serve a really functional purpose in your house. So you'll see this repeated all over my house. Right behind me, I have two marble trays. Those are both from Lowe's. I actually have two sets of these because I love them so much. And right now they're just holding my crystals, so that's more of a decorative aspect. But I like to use trays in a more functional sense as well. For instance, I noticed that we were just throwing all of our remotes that we have for our living room because we have our fan remotes, TV remotes, and little candle remotes, a bunch of different things, and we would just naturally kind of put them on this shelf behind the sofa. But it didn't look so great because the shelf is supposed to be, you know, decorative and pretty. So I took one of the green marble trays from the set that I got from Lowe's, and I simply just put all of our remotes on it. I did put like a little decorative crystal on, but it doesn't look as chaotic and cluttered, and we don't lose any of the remotes now because they actually have a space to go in our house. Another amazing product that I absolutely love from Lowe's is this basket. I used 3 of these baskets in my mom's laundry room renovation for them to put their shoes and any extra laundry stuff that they needed, basically to just have storage under that bench. And I loved it so much that I actually went back, bought one for myself, and that's actually where we store a bunch of our blankets for our living room. That way they are tucked away in a really cute spot when we're not using them. This next home update might seem very simple and more on the design side of things, but adding a rug to your space can completely transform it. Now, I added this runner in my kitchen and I feel like it really warms up the space and makes it feel super cozy and homey. I know that picking a rug and finding the right size can be a little bit complicated in some situations. If you guys want me to do a full video on how to pick the right rug and how to lay it out, definitely let me know because I'd be more than happy to do that. This next home update is only gonna take you about 30 seconds, and that is to put a peel and stick command hook up to corral really anything that you need. You can use them to hang your keys, your jackets, a purse perhaps, maybe your belts in a closet, but I hung one up in our sunroom recently so that I could hang up our dog's leash. It makes any space that you put it in just a little bit more functional. This is something that is so simple and all you really have to do is peel and stick it on the wall. Last but certainly not least is to paint. It's a really affordable way to update your space quickly. Now, the first thing I do whenever I get into a new project is I paint the walls all white to start out, and then as I go room by room, I will add things like this accent wall, and I painted the doors, and then I kind of give each room its own personality based on how I'm feeling when I get to that project. Another great thing is you can just be very creative with it because it is affordable. You can do it fairly quickly, and so if you get tired of a color, you can always paint another color. I have transformed so many different things with paint. The trim, the walls, the doors, the cabinets. It is really the unsung hero of home DIY renovation. Thank you so much for watching to the end of today's video, and a huge thank you to Lowe's for sponsoring today's video. The video that actually started my career was using a Lowe's product. It was a peel and stick tile, and that video absolutely changed my life. So this is really a dream come true to get to work with a brand that I use so much and that has such a personal connection to my journey. So thank you so much. Make sure that you guys check out all of the YouTube shopping links from Lowe's that are linked on this video. And as always, make sure that you subscribe, like this video, leave me a comment, let me know which one of these was your favorite, and ring that bell notification so that you never miss when I upload next. I will see you guys next Monday. Bye!